Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to make sense of the stuff that makes companies tick. And today, oh boy, do we have a doozy. It looks like CEA Industries Inc. is wading into some choppy waters with a watchdog group, and they have to set the record straight. So what we're looking at today is a Form 8K filing. Think of this as a company's way of telling the public something really important just happened, like an urgent news bulletin. And in this bulletin, CEA Industries Incorporated is responding to some claims made by a group called Wheezy Labs Management. Limited, these claims are about whether CEA Industries Incorporated followed Nasdaq stock market rules regarding the date of their annual meeting for stockholders. Now, this type of back and forth isn't uncommon in the public company world. When a company is being questioned, especially about something as crucial as meeting exchange rules, it can create uncertainty. Investors and the market in general do not like uncertainty. So, CEA Industries Incorporated felt it was important enough to issue a press release to address these accusations head. On this press release is the main exhibit we're looking at today, and it is basically their defense or clarification to the market and to Wheezy Labs Management Limited. Let's quickly touch on some of the basics we see here. We are looking at the company's common stock, which has a very minimal par value of just $0.0001. That is almost nothing, but it is a technicality that companies have to report. They also have warrants to purchase common stock. Think of warrants as a ticket that gives someone the right, but not the obligation, to buy company stock at a certain price in the future. And then there are preferred stock purchase rights. These are usually part of a company's strategy to protect itself from hostile takeovers. Kind of like a poison pill. These are all listed on the Nasdaq Capital Market Exchange under the ticker symbol BNC and BNCW for the warrants. The fact that these are traded on Nasdaq is significant. Nasdaq is a major stock exchange, and companies listed there have to meet certain ongoing requirements. If a company is accused of not meeting those requirements, it can have a serious impact on their stock price and their ability to operate smoothly on the exchange. This filing also mentions that this report might be considered soliciting material for a shareholders meeting. This is part of the legal jargon that indicates they're preparing for shareholder communications related to potential corporate actions. The core of this report, item 8.01 other events, is all about this press release. CEA Industries Incorporated is essentially saying, hey, Wheezy Labs Management Limited, you are saying this about our compliance, and here is our side of the story. They are directly responding to claims about their compliance with Nasdaq's rules. Without seeing Wheezy Labs Management Limited's claims, it is hard to know the specifics of the dispute, but the context is clear: a disagreement about Nasdaq compliance. This is the kind of news that can make investors nervous because it could potentially lead to delisting if the company is found to be in violation. The actual press release is filed as Exhibit 99.1, and it is incorporated by reference. This means that to get the full details of CEA Industries Incorporated's response, you'd need to read that press release. However, the 8K filing summarizes that the press release is about the company's compliance with Nasdaq stock market rules concerning the date of their annual meeting of stockholders. It is a critical point because the timing of shareholder meetings is often a regulated matter, and any misstep could have consequences. The report is signed by David Namdar, who is identified as the Chief Executive Officer. This signifies that the company's leadership is aware of and responsible for this filing and the information contained within it. It shows that the CEO is directly involved in addressing these important and potentially worrying claims. Now, let's talk a bit about the broader implications for CEA Industries Incorporated. When a company gets into a dispute about its compliance with exchange rules, it is not just a minor hiccup. It can signal underlying issues in corporate governance or operational management. Investors watch these situations very closely because they can affect the company's reputation, its access to capital, and ultimately the value of their investment. This particular dispute, if not resolved favorably for CEA Industries Incorporated, could lead to a stock price decline or even more severe consequences. Like being delisted from Nasdaq, companies want to avoid this at all costs, as it severely limits their ability to raise funds and can make their stock less appealing to a wider range of investors. From a Warren Buffett perspective, you'd want to see a company that is transparent and acts with integrity. A dispute over compliance rules raises a yellow flag. While the company is issuing a press release to clarify their position, the mere fact that this dispute exists suggests potential weaknesses in how they manage their corporate affairs or how they communicate with regulatory bodies and stakeholders. We'd need to see the actual press release for more details on their defensive arguments, but the fact that they are responding publicly indicates they recognize the seriousness of the allegations. In conclusion, CEA Industries Incorporated is in a situation where its compliance with Nasdaq rules is being questioned. They've responded with a press release to defend their position. This is a fluid situation, and the market will be watching closely to see how it unfolds. The key takeaway here is that maintaining good standing with stock exchanges is paramount for any publicly traded company, and any challenge to that standing deserves careful attention from investors. Alright, that is our breakdown of CEA Industries Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these compliance disputes and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description to connect with other financially curious minds. Thanks for watching. See you next time.